Of course, on the verge of a championship, we can tell you 5 cars are off the track right now. Speed, Wise, Carter, Skinner, and Shepard. Now, until they are officially declared out of the race, they could come back on. So he's still sitting on the bit of a hot seat. How about it, Dave Burns?
And Marty, as the sun sets on the 2011 season, it's also setting behind turn 1, and the drivers are driving right into it, including Ricky. Noticed it when he got in the car.
And who ordered that sun? It is bright.
Yeah, copy that. You want the good news, Ricky?
It's going in with these lights on, and that's the good news.
10-4, bud. At some point, they're going to flip a light switch on. The lights are going to come on, and the show is going to begin.
So they'll be dealing with that probably for another 20 or 30 minutes, and then it'll go away, and the lights will come on, and all will be good. But right now, it's in their eyes, Marty.
Sun sets at 5:31 Eastern Time. And let's go on board with him because he was already making adjustments because of the sun here.
Yeah, this is one of the most difficult places. You see he's going to tear some tape away that they had ready and everything to combat that sun. But it really gets you coming off of turn 4 and all the way down the front straightaway. They're going to be okay into turn 1 right now, but the exit of turn 4 is the biggest problem.
Let's check in at the Craftsman Tech Garage with Tim Brewer.
Marty, you got to have a lot of chances to change, because when you're running directly into that sun, you're going to have that windshield taped up. But you got this tab right there. The driver can reach up and grab it, pull it off, opening up the vision span. But right here, you start with these tear-offs on the shield. And as the sun goes down, you might even want to take them all off. You've got that clear shield. You can see anything you wouldn't need to all night long. Marty?
All right, thank you, Tim. Casey Roderick is going to get the lucky dog. He had a loose left rear tire, came in on that first lap, went a lap down, and gets the advantage of coming back around, getting back on the lead lap. And as we mentioned, 5 cars currently behind the wall, but not a single one of them officially out of the race. On board with Carl Edwards, and you can see his upper right as he's got a shield.
Yeah, you see he still has quite a bit of that tape right there on the windshield.
One of the issues for Ricky Stenhouse Jr. all year has been restarts. Let's listen in on the radio.
Hey, yeah, that was a pretty good restart, bud.
Gotta keep working on them.
Yeah, 10-4. I mean, that might be something good to try in the night, you know.
All right, let's reset it for you, because Elliott Sadler will be on point with Brad Keselowski second, Stenhouse third, Clint Boyer fourth, Carl Edwards fifth, Justin Allgaier rounding out your top 6. And Sadler, who got the lead courtesy of being on the low line, has decided to try the high side.
I guess just we'll see how it works from up there. He knows what he can do on the bottom.
Well, the pace car now is pulling off down onto pit road, and they make their way down the front straightaway. And right now we've got a bit of cloud cover, so the sun is not going to be a major issue coming into turn number 1. Green flags back in the air. Sadler's made both of them work, high and low.
Yeah, he's not having any problem with his restarts for sure, but here comes Keselowski going to try to get up to him on the inside.
Brad makes the move. Coming down the backstretch, heading into 3. Now the wind is, they're going into the wind. We've got a brisk 25, 30 mile an hour breeze, steady, and it's blowing from turn 4 down into turn number 1.
Yeah, what that does, it changes that entry speed, that corner entry speed quite a bit from turn 1 to turn 3. With that wind the way it is, they're going to enter turn 1 quite a bit faster than they will over in turn 3.
Let's try 3 wide back in the middle of the pack. As there you see Brian Scott, sort of the meat in that sandwich. Down below him is David Stremme in the 70.
Yeah, 3 wide's not a problem here. We talked about it last week not being a good idea at Phoenix, but they've got plenty of room to run 3 wide through the corners here.
Back up front, there is Brad Keselowski, the race leader now, as he's gotten around Elliott Sadler. Clint Boyer running in 3rd, Justin Allgaier in 4th. Just to update you on the championship, as you watch the 18 of Denny Hamlin side by side with the 16 of Trevor Bayne, those 5 cars are still listed behind the wall, but not officially yet out of the race. On board with Trevor Bayne. Hearing breathing the throttle going into the corner.
Yeah, you're going to have to get out of the throttle a little bit, but you want to get right back to it as much as you can. Make these straightaways as long as you possibly can. You see, fighting the sun going down the front stretch.
Yeah, that cloud moved.
It doesn't take long around here with that wind blowing as hard as it is.
You see 183 miles an hour going into turn 1. They come down the back straightaway now. See what Trevor Bank is getting a little bit of drafting help right here. You do have some drafting effect at this track with the speeds as high as they are. You can see there's 179 miles an hour, so it's quite a bit of difference on corner entry speed.
Yeah, and a great shot there just to see how everybody fans out. You can go right to the bottom of the white line. We saw some in the middle. Trevor was choosing to run the top right now.
That's what makes this new layout so good for everybody. And here comes Elliott Sadler taking that low line. It's the short way around, but Keselowski's carrying the momentum.
Yeah, that's the big key there is the momentum that you can get. You can get back to the throttle sooner and harder up on that top, and if everything's going well, you should have more speed as you make that exit. But we'll see a lot of drivers be able to make a pass and use a slide job, just like Ricky Stenhouse right here.
While all this is going on, you mentioned Stenhouse. As look out, Carl Edwards side by side with the 31, and you Allgaier hacksaw on the wheel. Was getting ready to mention about Stenhouse. The 6th car has pulled off the track. Chase Miller. 1 car is now officially out of the race. Fane Skinner. Stenhouse needs 5 more to officially drop out to guarantee the championship.
Heard Mike Kelly say that as soon as they had clinched it officially, Joe Ballas, the series director, was going to let him know, and he was going to turn Ricky loose. Looks like he's already turned him loose.
Good. Up front, it is Brad Keselowski and Elliott Sadler running 1-2 with Clint Boyer now a very tight third. And here he comes. He's taking a peek underneath. Sadler wants the spot.
Yeah, using that draft that Andy was talking about, you can really get a pull down towards the end of the straightaway. See Boyer making it work now.
So move Clint around Elliott. And remember, we've got caution on the track as the 66 of Stephen Wallace is in pit road, and you see the damage on the right side of his car.
You see where the rear spoiler is torn away from the deck lid. There's some pretty good contact with the wall.
Let's go on board with the 66, and we can show you exactly what happened as our second caution has come out here on lap 15.
And this exit of turn 4.
Outside.
Yeah, I think that might have been a little late. Spotter telling me
damage there
was, and I would guess we couldn't see it from that right there, but I would assume that he might have got a little contact in the right rear there, not knowing that that car had made that effort to get up to his outside, and that turned him into the wall.
It's almost the worst case scenario. You can see the vision was pretty limited by that sun glare.
Stephen did manage to stay on the lead lap. He is in 37th position right now. And let's update you on the championship, because now Carter, Speed, Skinner, and Shepard are all officially out of this race. 2 more, and the championship is over. So Ricky Stenhouse Jr. still needs 2 more cars to drop out of this race before he can breathe a sigh of relief. Now, we do have the competition caution, even though we've had 2 so far. Got the competition caution coming up on lap 35. We're working lap 15. So while we get things reorganized here at Homestead Miami Speedway, we'll step aside for just a moment. We're at the Ford 300 at Homestead Miami Speedway.